Hey everybody, Will here again today from Sigma 3 Survival School, and today I'm going to show you how to make what's known as a food crane, or whatever the hell name you want to give it. Aha! Aha! Oh. Aha! Stay tuned. Okay, so today, like I said, we're making something for my outdoor kitchen area that I've been working on here, and we're making a food crane. I seen this on the internet somewhere. I don't know who the original inventor of this style was, so if y'all know, please leave a comment down below. That way we can give this individual credit for coming up with this. I think it's brilliant. All you're really gonna need is a couple pieces of wood. I took this from the same tree, these two pieces right here. You can make this probably as big or as small as you want. That's the thing about bushcraft. You can make things as big or as small as you want. I'm making this probably larger than what it should be, but for my outdoor kitchen, hey, I just want something that looks kind of nice and neat and can hold all sorts of weight. Other things you're gonna need is some kind of cut implement. You can easily just use a saw, and I recommend a large blade for this. But for me today, because I want this to look nice, I'm using my saw. I'm going to be using a froe, a knife, and I'll probably be using my rasp here as well. Probably one of my favorite woodworking tools. Okay, is this necessary? Absolutely not, but I like things to be neat and dress right dress. That's just my thing. With that being said, let's get started. Okay, so on my first piece, I'm gonna come up from the bottom here, the thickest portion, probably a couple fists, roughly, probably a fist and a half. Right about there looks good for me. Now I'm just gonna cut a relief cut in here. Now mind you, this isn't gonna go all the way around. Probably about blade width deep, give or take. Ain't gotta be perfect, and I'm gonna roll it over and do the same thing on the other side. I just wanna make sure there's roughly about an inch, at a minimum, probably 2 inches width between my cuts here. There we have it. Doesn't have to be too crazy. Now, that one's done. I'm gonna take my other piece, do the same thing. Go about 2 fists up, put a relief cut here, flip her over, put a relief cut there. Okay, now you're gonna take your froe or your large knife, whichever you prefer. Just make sure it's something big enough that you can comfortably split this right off. And I'm just gonna start splitting this down to that relief cut right here. Start small. You don't wanna bust off too much. Okay, so now I narrowed it down. See, probably about 1.5 inches thick, about closer to 2 inches. Still a little thicker than I want, but I got it to the shape that I desire. Keep these long planks that you bust off. They've once you clean them up and straighten them out, they make great atlatls. All right, so now I'm gonna come in here with whatever woodworking tool you want, your big knife, your hatchet, whatever, and just start cleaning it up. Okay, so I got my first piece cleaned up the way I want it. It's a pretty thick piece. I left the bottom fibers here, as you can see, alone, so as to not compromise the strength in it, okay, because this is the part that's gonna hold all the weight. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start cutting a series of V-shaped grooves up and down this thing. I'm gonna start here in the middle, that way I can work my way up or down as I see fit. It ain't gotta be perfect. Cut a groove in. It doesn't need to be super deep, mind you. I'll take my blade and start batoning some chunks away here. And as you can see, I got my series of grooves right here. I left some space to the front and to the rear in case I need to add more in the future. Now on this side, you're gonna come in here, and I've already started a groove right here. As you can see, I'm roughly half a blade deep. I'm gonna come over probably about 2 more inches. Then I'm gonna do the same thing again. Try to keep your cuts straight. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut a third one in here. This is a relief cut. I can start busting. Basically just making big square notch. This piece is pretty much done. But now I have to remove the mass down to the relief cuts that we've made earlier on this one so that this square notch right here fits snugly on here like so. Now I got my second piece, my stand here, my upright, batoned and rasped down to the size that I want it to where it snugly fits this square notch I got going on right here. Now I've made this very robust because this is going to be here a while in my permanent wilderness cookering area. Some of you guys out here who are very savvy, you can probably rig up a pair of legs on this or put a spike on the end of it where you can stab it in the ground. But for me, this is going to be permanent, so I just went ahead and set it in the ground. All right, that way it can hold some weight. Now, how this works is held in by friction. So I just take that square notch, I put it on this square stand here, and there she is. To show you, I found this nice rusted Dutch oven that just goes on like so. See? And there you have it. So pick her up, move it this way, move it that way. If I need to move it up or down, I just pick it up, set it down, lower it, set it down. There you have it. And it just pops right off. In case I want to do something else out here. Now, if y'all like what you saw today on this video, please leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel. If you want to join me and 2 or 3 other survival instructors out here at Sigma 3 Survival School, please go to our website or survivalschool.us. We have our entire training calendar right there. We offer 3 survival instructor candidacy classes a year. It's 45 straight days long. You get to hang out here with me, drink some beer, talk crap on all the branches because, you know, I'm a vet. We're a vet-owned and operated company. So please join us. Thanks for watching.